With only 2 hours remaining, Archangel Michael issues the following command. Open this immediately. Do not disclose that it is intended solely for your use. They are arranging a meeting to discuss it. There are only 2 hours left before a room full of people who do not have your best interests in mind will make decisions that were never meant to include you. But now they do. In the depths of secrecy, a discussion is taking place, with words being crafted in an effort to appear concerned while deliberately remaining silent. A name is being brought up, and you happen to be that name. You were not invited to this meeting. Someone you formerly held dear is now part of their group, smiling in public while secretly aligning with others. They're meeting for a purpose, and they think you're still naive, overly trusting, or asleep. However, heaven has already ripped the curtain off their plot. I heard this warning with open eyes. There is a shift happening in your surrounds. You have likely felt it in, and your future is being subtly reshaped when you make a decision. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They are constructing something, and it does not incorporate your essence. You may experience feelings of estrangement, tension, unexplainable coldness, and alignment revealing betrayal before it manifests physically. Shielding you from harm, they treat your fate as if it were their own. They have already set a date for their meeting. They are crafting their message, and someone you trusted is seated at the table discussing your rights as if they were auction items. Their lack of engagement in your presence is not a sign of loyalty, but rather calculated calculation. What they are unaware of is that light had already entered the room prior to the door being closed. Type Amen to get blessings 442, and my name will not be. Their plot was carefully crafted, taking its time to form amid friendly greetings and handshakes. Some even pretended to be on your side, but their comments were always empty and driven by jealousy. They're trying to set you up in a subtle but effective way to make it look like everything is okay. But heaven has already sounded the warning. You shouldn't fall for their trap, even though they were encouraging you to do so. You're supposed to rise above it, Taipei. You're meant to get blessing 566. People who weren't involved in building are debating issues related to your work, your impact, and your stability. They claim it's for the greater good, but their true intentions are sinister. They seek control and prefer to avoid conflict, which is why this meeting was never intended for you to be informed of. The message was meant to remain confidential. This message is your shield. You will not be caught off guard. You will not be a victim of divine exposure. Nothing crafted in shadows can survive. Archangel Michael assures you that you have been chosen to view this message before it happens. As a survivor of manipulation, I've learned to safeguard my future by being vigilant about noticing telltale indications such as abrupt changes in tone, colder looks, and conversations that halt when you join in. With their scheme seemingly in plain sight, they are rushing to complete it. The sudden shift in energy surrounding you is a result of their mistaken belief that time is on their side. However, the truth eventually finds out. Your spirit has always known the truth, and now that you are walking in it, signs, faces, and words will start to appear that confirm it. The calm before the storm is not peace, but strategy. Take advantage of it by breaking your awareness of deceit. If you would like to show your support even more, you can make a super thanks payment of up to $120. The person who seems most concerned is usually the one in charge. 722 comments later, no one has written what I've written. Discourse. They planned for the long haul, but this isn't their last move, it's their last blunder. Evan is bringing their strategy crashing down, and what they agreed upon behind closed doors will now crumble in sight of the public. They will reveal themselves in a state of fear as their cohesiveness begins to crumble from within. You won't have to speak out to face spiritual justice. It will happen automatically. Feeling uneasy? It could be because they're afraid they won't be able to follow through. Leave a comment that reveals what needs to be revealed, and this individual will seek you out. As they offer a peculiar expression of regret, observe their expressions. Their words may be gentle, but their spirit uneasy. They are aware that you have learned the truth about them, and their position in the meeting is now exposed. The 2 hours they thought they had seemed like a waste, eternity in their eyes, but for you the passage of time is a dagger, and with each passing second the mists of manipulation lift. You have transformed from last week. Now you walk in the divine light. Your name is a shield, and your fate is entwined with their plans for spiritual growth failed to take hold because they failed to account for the speed with which the supernatural may act. As they mumbled in private, the skies were secretly writing the truth, and now it is beginning to bubble to the surface. Relentless, every seed at the table will experience the heat of exposure. Even the ones who remain silent are complicit by agreement, and the one who convened the gathering will encounter a consequence they did not anticipate. This is not merely a matter of treachery. It goes beyond. They sought to assert ownership over land that was never rightfully theirs, but because your name is bound in a covenant, they are unable to touch it. Please respond with your blessing. Number 944. What is mine cannot be taken. Your silence has been your. If you were silent, it meant they were seeing that their structure was crumbling, their strategy was leaking, and someone was using your greatest strength against them. Little did they realize that you were supported by something they couldn't comprehend. One of them is already terrified of what's to come. You'll notice a change in their conduct after this day. People who could look you in the eyes before will be unable to do so now. Their souls will speak even when their lips aren't moving, tapping on a gift they were about to deliver. They're planning it, but it's going to work. One of them will pretend to be normal so you won't notice anything is changing, but their energy isn't deceiving. You'll sense their anxiety before they speak a word, and they could even try to. Their meeting will fall short of their expectations, the alliance will fall apart, and the agenda will be derailed because of the projection of guilt or instability upon you. It's not only time, it's the clarity you've never had before that will scatter you. Your thoughts will feel lighter and your steps will feel sure. Type Amen to receive blessing 1111, and I will not be moved. As the time ticks down to divine junction, they will begin to feel the increasing pressure even though they thought the clock was on their side. Words will. The one responsible for organizing this gathering may begin to feel lonely as a result of all the fumbling and uncertainty that ensues. This loneliness should serve as a warning that they have gone too far. the things they are trying to hide will only become more apparent. Your knowledge has broken the cycle, so there's no need to react. Your awareness is enough. What they try to shift will grow even deeper. Type Amen to get blessed. 1,222 comments on my sealed destiny. Someone who has been observing you from a distance now realizes they were mistaken about you. This someone will come after you now that you have awakened and ended their influence. As you enter a moment of reversal, beware of any weapon that tries to harm you. Every falsehood will be exposed by the truth, which will resound louder than any flattery they may have offered. No secret meeting can remove me, no matter how much you plan. You may feel emotionally and physically spent, but that's the release you've been holding on to spiritually. Unfortunately, all of their hard work has backfired, and now the choice they were trying to finalize will be derailed due to a disruption that has already occurred. They will act perplexed when you stop speaking to them in a certain way, but you owe them no explanation. What they attempted to take from you has been returned to you in peace, according to the moving heaven. In order to receive blessing 1414, comment on my silence. The one you supported and aided brought your name to the table, but now they are falling from grace due to their betrayal. You will not face consequences for what you did. You will receive a recompense for enduring it. The divine has witnessed every instance of injustice, and soon, the things they attempted to conceal will become little and impossible to escape. Words and situations are all coming to light, and they will regret starting this meeting and bringing your name up in the first place. Now they have to worry about their own name, which they must type in to receive blessings. 1,500. Your name is now protected in areas where it cannot be reached. What they intended to harm has become the thing that displays their true identity. This exposure is subtle but lasting. Others will perceive them differently. The same people they attempted to harm will also perceive them differently. You will hear rumors about things they said, denied, and claimed they never said, but it won't deter you from trying to join their inner circle. Their reputation is slowly but surely crumbling. No longer the truth has liberated your spirit and you have triumphed in silence. There was no need to strike. Your composed reaction was more powerful than any attempt at manipulation, and you have received blessings as a result. As we near the 2-hour mark, your silence will no longer safeguard the 1,666 commenters. If you would want to show your support even more, you can contribute up to $120 to send super thanks. You are too powerful to be erased, too firmly planted to have your purpose changed, and your future is already set in stone. Yet their energy is growing anxious as one of them threatens to withdraw at the last minute, stealing the power they believed they possessed. Bound by something larger, and even now one of their number is reevaluating their entire strategy as they are burdened by the weight of defying a higher power. They will soon break their silence, allowing the truth to shine through. The gathering is about to devolve into anarchy before it reaches your name. Pray for a blessing at 1,770 comments. The truth will operate independently of me. You are undergoing a spiritual repositioning at the moment, and all that has been perplexing will soon become clear. Everyone who was pretending will be exposed. There is an irreversible cleansing taking place, and heaven is cutting ties with those who can't be with you anymore. Even those who watched in quiet as you were being. They will attempt to act normally, but the meeting is already tainted with your presence, which will make them feel uneasy, not because you've changed, but because they've been exposed. Your light will touch their spirits, and their guilt will cast a shade over them. The meeting will not stand according to Archangel Michael, who claims that they believed it would remain secret, but that the divine was present even before the first word was spoken. Truth and truthfulness change everything. Tapen to receive blessings 1,888 comments spiritually. Every detail has been recorded. You are no longer wandering in the dark. You are walking alertly aware, supported by the divine. Your protection is their greatest fear. They fear both what you know and what you carry. Be cautious no matter how calm you seem, for it is the mark of a victor who has already won. Everything around them is shifting, their plans are collapsing, and the clock is ticking. This is a recording supposed to receive a blessing in 1991, but I was forewarned and now I'm wide awake. What they meant to take away from you has become your testimony, so there's no need to fight it out physically. You'll emerge unscathed while they hide. The person who started it will suffer an unexpected setback. Someone they care about will have something important taken away from them, and it won't be you, it will be divine intervention. There's no longer any space for covert treachery in your life. The door has shut, the vibe has changed, and your entire social circle has changed as well. They won't be able to collect 200 blessings as planned because one of them will fall ill, which will delay or prevent them from gathering. This covert meeting prompted the necessary elevation. Interrupted by divine intervention, the destruction isn't random. It's happening right now. Your plan is crashing and burning as they try to make adjustments, but your spirit is rising. You're no longer in danger. You're in alignment. Every whisper, every secret word, they are being spiritually exposed as every private conversation is being documented. The vibration of truth is shaking the ground beneath them, and they cannot escape the repercussions. You weren't even need to be present to be. Your silence is a testament to your might. The war was won long ago. Now, in the calm, I find victory, and someone who has never defended you before is about to stand up. Their words will dispel the myth, and others will follow. 2,111 comments. Your spirit has already departed that table, and now everyone assembled around it is filled with doubt, dread, and distrust as they turn on each other. At last, the plan to discuss your removal, demotion, and erasure is collapsing. You have entered a new dimension where analysis is not allowed. You are at peace again. As they speak, they reveal more of themselves. Eventually, they will see that the only person who remained silent was the one who had nothing to conceal. The 2,222 comments are falling all over the place, but I'm holding fast. This is your confirmation that this message reached you precisely when it needed to. Neither too soon nor too late, since from a distance they will observe your ascent to power. But their comments will no longer carry any weight as doors close and energy clears. Your name is being deleted not from purpose, but from the list of those who were plotting harm. Archangel Michael says you've been ordered to open this because heaven trusts your spirit. You've passed the test, you've held the line. Type amen to get blessing. When asked about their former impact, they now have nothing. The strategy was flawed from the start due to its foundation in envy. As a result, it will never be able to alter. I am walking in truth. Yet 2,390 comments later, I still haven't figured it out. The two of them will stand before each other in their own meeting. And then the subsequent quiet will be deafening as regret washes over them like a wave of humiliation that they attempted to heap on you. Despite this, your objective remains unaffected. If you would like to show your support even more, you can provide a super thanks with contributions of up to 2,444. Your spirit is rising and the next season will be free of hidden intentions. Just write amen to receive blessed 2,444. Light doesn't wait for approval, so you're not in danger. The $120 comment will end it all and I'll be protected. They believed they had more time, but now their secret moves are running out of steam. They're in a strong position now that their plot was exposed, which has worked to your advantage. Unfortunately, the meeting they had planned is now a curse they've brought upon themselves. As a result, they'll start to lose touch with each other, which will undermine their alliance. Divine timing will cause them to withdraw one by one, and you won't even need to speak a word because you are not scared, you are ready, and you are called to see this. Now that you know how to enter amen to receive 2,500 comments, the plot has failed, and I am left standing at this juncture in your story where truth has been revealed after betrayal. Stands tall and proud. They misjudged you because they mistook your silence for weakness, but in reality, you've been leading the way with wisdom that they'll never have. You have been set free, re-entered, and your future will not resemble your past. Say amen to receive blessings. They laid a trap for you, but you walked right into it. Now even those who were formerly with you are going away. 2,500 comments. I'm no longer retarded. I'm a witness to justice. The regretful quiet they left behind is heavy, and one of them will want to reconnect. Don't be deceived, it's not love, it's fear. They're scared you'll tell too much. They're worried you've seen too much. You've changed, grown smarter, stronger, and untouchable in ways they can't fathom. This changes everything. They're scared of you because you're about to enter chambers where their falsehoods have already crumbled. Then there's no need to. Archangel Michael says the trap is broken and the path is yours again. Those who meant to plan your downfall, defend yourself. Your presence alone will correct the record. Type amen to get blessings. 2,755 comments later, I forgive, but I won't forget. Their names are now being questioned, but you are being lifted slowly and brilliantly. The next 48 hours will reveal it. Whatever it is, a slip of the tongue, a message, a document, or an abrupt change in behavior, it's proof that you were never in danger. All you were doing was waiting for the right moment to say amen and receive blessings. Their efforts to sow discord have backfired sevenfold, and now they must wade through a mist they sow, uncertain of who to trust as the walls encircle them, and no longer am I associated with their game. 2,888 comments. Their covert efforts have only served to bolster your spiritual authority. Your name now carries weight that cannot be diminished by meetings or whispers, and your strategy can rescue them from divine exposure. It's not retaliation, it's restoration. They may pretend everything is okay, but their energy changes whenever you're close by. Heaven spoke louder than they could, and now the air is filled with "there was once noise, but now there is only silence." The forced talks will finish, the fake friendliness will fade, and everything hidden is disintegrating. Please pray for blessing 2,999 comments. Their strategy backfired because they know you're smarter than them and the power of knowledge outweighs theirs. You've surpassed the plot and the battlefield, and now one of them will finally give in and try to disclose some truth. But do not let their sudden shame to ensnare you in the old cycle. You are not the same. You are protected and you are aware. Type Amen to receive blessing 3,111 comments, and they will no longer be able to approach you. What was meant to control you has released you, says Archangel Michael to me. The hands that tried to pull your destiny down are now empty. The meeting they planned has become their undoing. A divine fire has moved through that. Their inner circle, the truth has torn them apart, and no one knows who to trust anymore. You, on the other hand, will emerge unscathed from this conflict, as you were only ever meant to observe. Everything you saw, felt, and had confirmed to you is evidence that this is your chance. You didn't respond, you didn't crumble, and you didn't crumble. Now that you're walking above it all, no one can pull you back down. Type Amen to receive blessing 3,222. The people who mistook your quietness for defeat will soon be defined by their own words and deeds, as you will see when you rise up silently and powerfully. People will remember your grace even when you're not around. Conversations will go in your favor and doors will start to open for you effortlessly. Your strength and your lack of speech. No, you have been designated not for demise, but in the end, splendor, the stage they prepared for the seat you once held, is now vacant due to disloyalty. Reserved at a location far a better kind of Amen to receive favor. 3,333 people have commented on their last chapter. The plan is now closed. If you would like to provide further support, if applicable, a choice